have reduced rights for their protection. And then the last point is, does the government have a strong interest? Because we don't allow the government just to take away people's rights, even children. For
question, is social media the new tobacco? I guess
she would always say, because I said so.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, but this is what I'm going to point out. The people who built...
I think that people need to be more socially engaged. And if they're just on the phones, they never talk to each other. They barely look up. So I'm all for this.
Closest to 16 on the couch.
Protecting children's innocence, unfortunately, has.
Well, I know with me, the days I doom scroll the most. John, real quick before we go, how much legal liability are some of these social media companies facing these days?
This is also something.
What is Christmas without Christ?
Well, exactly. And I would argue, which I believe the Supreme Court has upheld this previously, that and I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say about Lynch versus Donnelly as well.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on for a second. Because this, Rosanna, I'm going to...
Well, that's all part of celebrating Christmas.
Lisa and both Rosanna cited some legal issues here. How do you see this?
I want to almost exclude all religions from the public square. And so the case that...
Be clear, because we are all, we agree that let the nativity scene stay. So we're not disregarding other religions. Absolutely.
My goodness, Arthel. Was Nikki like the most unexpected surrogate for the GOP ever?
I am not dumbfounded.
I think, yeah, they're divided, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure,
So I do think in that it takes a lot of courage. I want to talk real quick about Vice President J.D. Vance. I really like the guy. I think he impressed me in the vice.
Say the writing is on the wall for J.D. Vance to run in 2028. Now, whether or not that wall is covered in a tarp or not, the writing's there.
I know, but, Caroline, people...
The big scandal of the Democratic Party and why their brand is so much in the gutter right now. So it's important that Republicans remain competitive. Yes, he is the most obvious successor to President Trump.
Starting with you, yes, snap out of it. Speaking of... liberal, I guess, SNL. Did you catch Cher? She looks amazing. I got off track, but she looked amazing. What do you think about this?
Fine. Who ever thought putting a special needs child in a box was ever acceptable, ever?
I can't even imagine, as someone, things that really don't matter, such as sex or race. These are external factors that are really not handicaps. But then they ignore the most
ordered, because this had to pass a lot of levers to get to that point.
Treated as if they should be in prison, as if they're nothing. It's disgusting.
John, I think they're justifying by saying it was never used. It was never used.
Ousted common sense from teaching. We would never do this in a college or a university because we aren't governed by these same kinds of...
I think it's probably the right call not to let a massive snake on the plane. What say you?
Well, part of me likes service animals. I find them far better.